Peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky, your host, Jace, your host, CJ in the building. Damien is not here. Although he was at UFC 290 last weekend, I don't know what y'all had in the air down there. Not only was it Head Kick City, not only was it Headshot Dead, but your boy then came back with something. He talking about he got a fever. He not feeling good.
They got that nigga just like Jordan.
Hey, and you know what? He got a fight coming up too. So I hope that he starts feeling better soon.
Hey, you know what his problem is though, Sky? He been on Instagram wilding the fuck out though. Your boy been tripping.
Oh, you know what? Remind me before we get off of here. I
Clip
gotta play that video. I'm gonna put it in right here.
Pause.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in right there because I don't pause for real.
Pause, nigga, real. Like, am I the only one who heard that? I'm gonna put it in right here. The fuck you mean? Hey, I'm your brother. I don't need. Hey, nigga, lines. We have barriers. Call me Gandalf the Grey. None shall pass. Stop it.
Oh man, yeah. But your boy Damien, he was having too good of a time in Headshot City. I'm calling it Headshot City. Like
it's a must. It's a must.
It's a must.
Like I don't know what they got going on up there, but it's going on. I like it.
So let me ask y'all this. What's just your knee-jerk reaction about the card? Not even just to rate it, but just knee-jerk reaction just overall about the card.
That you were wrong.
We ain't gonna
let you skip over it before we even talk about our reactions and the cards and all of that.
Hey, let me see. I'm trying to see under the beanie. Let me see.
Get your Edabisi on. Edabisi.
Hey, shout out to Oz.
Let me see.
Listen, I'm a little nervous about Well, here's the thing. NASA had called me, and they were worried about the gravitational pull of this Chrome Dome. You know, shout out to G.I. Joe, because I'm looking like Destro over here.
Ooh, wee.
It's ugly.
So, if you guys don't recall, last episode, I was telling Jace about the Darce attack. Your boy Jace was like, there's no way in hell Kevin Holland is subbing Michael Chiesa, and said that if Kevin Holland wins by submission, he would bick his head, use a bick razor to shave his head.
Well, wait a goddamn minute, because I am 100% sure that Michael Chiesa did not show up. I don't know who the man that was in the ring. That wasn't Chiesa. That was a body double. Fake news.
Hey,
that
Jace.
Was a clone?
Jace, fake that news. Wasn't you that said it either. If Damien could be like, that wasn't me, be like, that wasn't me.
Fake news. I don't know who that man was.
Shoo.
You know what? You're right. Because last week, Damien said that wasn't him. That said that he was going for Tony Ferguson. Hey, all you got to do is be like, see, look at the hat, look at the shirt, look at the background. It's different.
It's different. Yo, I don't know if y'all watch Marvel shows. It's a new show called Secret Invasion. That's when motherfuckers be all kind of different people, be the same people. And we got scrolls, because I don't know if my brother Jay said that shit.
Scrolls everywhere. Nigga, who is who?
Yeah. Hey, and they just said some aliens was around too. Didn't they say that shit? So, hey, what's going on? What's going on?
I got nowhere MMA podcast, but on a quick side note, can we just talk about this for 38 seconds? My entire existence as a being, they've always said there's no such thing. Now all of a sudden the government being like, well, actually, what happened was, and I'm just like, why all of a sudden we getting all this information, right? About fucking aliens or because they're not called UFO anymore. I forget what the fuck it's called now.
What they be calling them? Unidentified? Is that what they call them?
Unidentified flying objects, whatever it is. But now they was like, yeah,
that's UFO. That's a UFO. Now they call them something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro. All of a sudden now, my nigger. Did I just say my nigger? Oh shit!
Yo, CJ, who is that?
DDP, baby. DDP.
That's a scroll.
DDP, baby.
Oh, man.
South African himself is on the pod.
Hey, this is like Dave Chappelle. This is Dave Chappelle, bro. This is a Dave Chappelle skit right now, y'all. God damn.
Off the rails, yo.
Damn.
Hey, you know what? Hey, but the conspiracy theorists are up. Hey, all
Yeah.
y'all, you can hear everybody tell you about aliens. Y'all was like, oh, y'all tripping, lies, blah, 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 blah. Hey, conspiracy theorists are up. Y'all owe apologies.
Shout out to my man Mulder, Scully and Mulder. Shout out.
Damn. Throwback.
All right, y'all. All right, let's settle down. All right, so how I view.
How did I say ER?
I don't know. That's wild.
I don't know about y'all, but it fucks me up when black people say ER.
It's
up?
I
wild.
never hear that.
What's up, my ER?
Yeah. No
Hit you
matter
with the
who
Westbrook.
say it, it take the air out the room. Whoever says it, you be like, oh, that shit sting.
Who's talking
Phew.
to?
I know.
Django. Your name ain't
Django for
Samuel.
real.
Your name ain't Samuel.
Hey, you know what? That's the last slave movie I watched. After that, I was like, never again. And I
Never
have not.
again.
I don't care how good y'all say it is. I can't do it, my boy.
All right, let's focus. People
All right.
came here to.
Yeah. So how'd y'all feel about 291?
I'll go. For me, blown away. Just blown away. Not only was it Headshot City, you know what I mean? There was only one or two fights that went to the judges? Two? Like, damn, son. And listen, and it wasn't even that people were getting finished, pause. It was a simple fact that, like, the fights were exciting. Like, they were brawls back and forth, like straight, hey, man, let's take this shit outside. Say less. Like, real life scraps, right?
Right.
A lot of big moments. So, to me, if y'all heard a Lil Wayne song and you know when he comes on and you hear that lighter and you know the song of, oh my God, that's what I feel for 291. It just like Lil Wayne finna go crazy on the track. I loved it. And shout out to the UFC for putting on 290, 291. Fucking bangers back to back. I loved from the top to the bottom, the fucking card was fire. It was fire.
Hey, like my boy Drake said, we going back to back.
Hey, combination.
Combination. Oh man, yeah, 291. You know, I think Jace was the one who like originally had said, because CJ and I was super hyped for 290, partially because we were going, partially because like it was a really great card. There were a couple fights that fell off of that, but it was still a super exciting and great card. And I remember Jace and Damien was like, nah, 291, which on paper, 291 looked like it was going to be that thing. It looked like it, but every time it's on paper doesn't mean that it comes out to it. This fight reminds me of 287 in Madison Square Garden with Izzy and them when they had Dustin versus Chandler, Zhang Weili versus Carla, like where everybody was getting finished. Your boy Matt Frivola, like I don't know if y'all remember that card, but go back and think about it. And there's actually a fighter that fought on that card that's going to be Diego Lopez going to be fighting this weekend. So I'm excited to see him come back because he almost got that win. But 291 it was absolutely everything. Let's just quickly even just go over some of like the main just highlights. Like, I mean, you could really just sit here and start anywhere, but where y'all want to start?
You can go start from you can do a quick little thing from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Your girl Miranda Maverick came out. Now this card, I mean, this fight started off a little bit like
titties. Titties.
Oh, I don't know how old we are on this fight, y'all. I don't know who that person is. Actually, I don't know who that is. You know, but got it out with the slub. Hey, your girl Priscilla Cachoeira was coming out just spamming. She was wild out there. This fight right here, I thought they was gonna get fight of the night. Matthew Selmsenberg versus Euros.
Oh Medic. Yeah.
These boys was banging.
Yep. Smellisberger.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name.
My bad, bro. My bad. He was looking good till he wasn't. Hey, story of the pod. Who was after that?
Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting ass fight.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Yeah, that was a good fight too. Shout out to Darius Flowers. He had a weird, nut kick, but he didn't get kicked in the nuts.
What was that? My man lost his mind over it too.
That was that liver kick. That was that body kick.
Hey. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, your boy was stepping in on what? How many days notice? He was like a
short notice. Yeah.
So
he fought tough.
Yeah, so he probably didn't have that much gas tank in him. He didn't get a chance to prepare. Had a tough weight cut probably, and was like, "Hey, I got to get in. Got to get these little minutes when I can." Shout out to the Russian Chase Hooper.
Yeah. Yes.
I was happy that he came out with, his curly hair, because last weekend they had like him with a shortcut, and I was like, who is that? And then when I clicked on it, I seen that he was a Russian Chase Hooper, and I was like, oh hell yeah, we know him, and he went out there headshot dead.
Another one.
Listen,
it sucks because he don't get a bonus.
They should have paid. They have to. Y'all have.
They gotta pay him. Pay that man.
Have to. Because, and shout out to him, because he could have came with a Dan Henderson after the headshot dead and just tried to kill that man like Dan Henderson tried to kill Mike Bisping. But he didn't want to hit him, but the ref didn't step in, so he gave him like a little all right, so that you can come get your man. Come get your man.
Come get your mans.
And who was reffing this fight? I need to go back and see who was reffing it, because ain't no way it was Herb, because we know Herb was
Herb with the baseball slide, bro.
Hey, Herb was
he dropped the people's elbow on DP, bro.
Oh man, CJ Vergara versus Salvador.
That's where it kind of slowed down a little bit, but it was a cool little scrap, but
I fuck with CJ, man. Hey, shout out to CJ's mom, bro, because I met her in real life. Super hospitable, all love, you know what I mean? Shout out to his mom. Like, she a real one.
Yeah, for sure. And Damien, actually, CJ went back into the arena after his fight, and so Damien got to go in and take a picture with him. I was like, oh man, was his mom with him?
Hey, yo, Sky, I messaged Damien because he was on him. I'm like, bro, CJ was probably like, nigga, get your ass off of me, yo big ass. I just got into a fight right now, bro. Get off of me.
And I thought when he sent me that picture, that was my first thought. Like, you over there big brother in this man like that. Why is you doing him like that?
For real, though.
Hey, listen, y'all. I wish Damien was on here. Right before Gabriel Bonfim and Trevin Giles went on, he sent me a text and said, I hope that Bonfim loses, and I hope that Trevin Giles stops the hype train. A minute and 13 seconds later, your boy Gabriel was like, what hype train?
What hype train?
What hype train?
Who? You gonna do what to who? That was a disgusting guillotine.
Nasty.
Ill nah.
First minute too, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking, and the way he set it up, just nasty. I was like, Trevin, tap. It's a wrap, boy. You gonna lose your neck.
Call me Trojan. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Protect your neck like Wu-Tang.
Facts. So everything was just going, and then let's go ahead and get into it. Michael Chiesa.
Who?
We don't know who that was.
Who? Nah, nigga. Who? Shit.
Look, Chiesa Michael.
Chiesa Michael.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. That was Michelle Chiesa.
Your boy.
We got to talk about him, Michelle, in a little bit.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely go ahead and get to him. But Chiesa didn't look like himself. He really didn't.
Yeah.
Did he throw one punch? Like, legitimately speaking, did he throw one fucking punch?
Probably. Nope. But the thing, I rewatched that fight. Everything looked so dramatic when Holland was throwing punches at him. He was taking everything and was ducking crazy. I was like, yeah, he's not ready for this fight right now.
Bro, he looked like he's never been in a fight before. Like, ever in life. Oh my God, he's touching me. Oh shit.
Touching me, pause.
Hey, yo. Chill.
Yeah, he threw 6 strikes.
Damn.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad night out for him. He didn't look like himself. He did take the gloves off afterwards, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if he's retired or not. People are saying he's not. He looked like he was ready to give it up.
I think he might have just been frustrated at the moment and then decided, you know what, like, let me step back and think about this rationally. He hasn't fought in a long time, almost 2 years. come inside there against Kevin Holland. Shout out to Kevin Holland though, because he was able to stuff them takedowns. He
Fuck
looked
Kevin
good.
Holland.
Yeah.
Hey, don't Kevin Holland look like a big Blackwood out there fighting? Like, don't you just look like a big blunt, an angry blunt that can fight?
A Philly?
Yeah, just an
Wood-tip?
angry. Yeah, hell yeah, just
really
angry.
do.
Sky, if you
Red
can
wine.
animate that, hey, animate that.
Oh, you know what? You ain't lying. I need to do that. I need to finish my other ones with Chael Sonnen. But yeah, you know, he went
Got
out
it
there and
done
did what he
early.
was supposed to do. Hey, but your boy, what's his name? The boy that can't stay healthy. Kelvin Gastelum's out of his fight with Shavkat.
Hold on. Let's finish this out and then we'll get to it.
Well, the reason I'm bringing that up, unless y'all got something else to say about Kevin Holland and Michael Chiesa and the fact that you're not shaving your head.
What? Who?
Maybe Big Mouth steps in against Shavkat.
He don't want it.
He definitely don't want it, but
He don't
might.
want it. He don't want it.
Let me
Nobody
ask
wants to
y'all
fight that man.
Let me ask y'all something. So once Kevin, when he went on his 5-fight winning streak in 2020, he was at, on cloud 9, right? 2021 was a terrible year for him. He ran into Marvin and Derrick Brunson and somebody else he lost to, right? Wasn't a good time. So that's when he started changing his tune, talking about, I don't want to be a champion. I just want to be a fan favorite, blah, 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 blah. That's what he's been on now because I think he realized that, like, hey, your wrestling is subpar. But he's been working on it. How do y'all feel about somebody, he just turned 30, right? No, not just turned 30, but he's 30 now currently. I think he'll be 31 in like November-ish.
Yeah.
How do you feel about somebody like him who's really out here saying, like, I just want fun fights. I have no championship aspirations.
I don't see a problem with it. If you know who you're gonna be in the UFC, get your money, man. Make fun fights. Go ahead and do that. I personally think he should stay around 170. I think he has a better chance against those guys than staying at 185. We see how he looks against 185ers. He just gets big dog. But get your paper. Put those fun fights on. Stay on those pay-per-view cards. Headline a fight night card. I'm not mad at that shit. If you know you ain't gonna be able to beat those top dogs, fuck it, bro. Know your place.
Stay in your lane. I actually fuck with it, especially because like you just know you're not championship material. It's kind of like a Cowboy fan, right? Like the Cowboys know they ain't never, ever, ever gonna win a Super Bowl again, ever in life. So you might as well just, hey, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna keep the fans excited. Even though they know in their heart to heart, the Cowboys are straight trash. Shout out to all my Cowboy fans, all three of you.
But see, so here's my thing, right? He is currently, after that fight, he's currently ranked number 12. If you
at 170?
At 170, he's ranked number 12 now. If you have no championship aspirations, why are you fighting rank 5? Like, you know what I'm like? For me, it's kind of just like, I don't really understand the point in doing that. I think for somebody who's at the tail end of their career, it makes sense for them to be like, hey, I'm trying to get my money. I'm going to take fun fights. But for him to be 30, still relatively, new, he does have the opportunity. I'm just like, why don't you fucking get the fuck out and go to PFL, go to Bellator, go somewhere else to where you can have fun fights. You can pay a shit ton of money, apparently, right? Because you're Kevin Holland now. You have a name with you. If you just want to be a fighter and make money. That's like why fight in the UFC where this is supposed to be quote unquote the best of the best. Majority of these people have title aspirations. Here you are at number 12 talking about you don't have no title aspirations. You just want to have fun fights with random ass people. That's kind of just like, I don't think that that's a smart life decision, especially when we're talking about fighting. We're not talking about we talking about practice. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about people getting punched in the head. Why not go somewhere else to another organization potentially where you could make even more money than the UFC is giving you right now? Like he's getting paid well, but he could make even more if he went to another organization and he could just quote unquote have fun fights.
Who's in? I can't see it because it's small on my screen. Who's in front of him? Like the next one's up.
Neil Magny.
Neil Magny is ranked number 11.
Hey, ultimate gatekeeper.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Vicente Luque, Sean
Nope.
Brady.
That's a fun fight.
Nope.
Geoff Neal, Stephen Thompson.
That'll be him and Jeff Neal fire Fire. Black on black crime.
Hey, I'm down for it, but then why? Geoff Neal's ranked number 8. Why would I risk fighting a dude that's number 12 behind me? He ain't even here for the championship. He's just here to have fun fights. I'm not fighting him, bro. Because for what?
What if he takes the fun fights to climb his way up to the title?
But he said he
that's
don't
what Cowboy
want that.
almost did.
Yeah.
Really, what I think it is that he's taking the cop out, right? It's kind of like a person who has like insecurity issues, and they be like, "Oh, I don't even care if this or that happens." What's going on with the ruler, my guy?
Insecurity issues. 6 inches.
You're ridiculous.
A man 6 inches.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like being self-deprecation because you're afraid of like failing. So you might as well not even create a bigger goal for yourself. You might as well just be like, oh, I'm fine with just this little bit, because the option of failing and just like the last time he got beat up by Khamzat, he was like, oh, I'm gonna retire and all that old pussy ass shit. And then he's like, I just want fun fights after Stephen Thompson kicked his fucking head off. Like, I don't know. I think that's just an interesting. I think it's just weird, but it's his life, it's his head, it's his brain cells, and the best form. Tony Ferguson, speaking of just fucking sad, versus Bobby Green. After this conversation, I talked to Jace and I was like, are you finally ready to admit that your boy, our boy, everybody on this pod loves Tony Ferguson, needs to, chef kiss, bow out, do what you got to do, get up out of here?
Listen, he got poked in the eye.
Oh my, I'm not about to do this.
It fucked him up. It fucked him up.
No, it did not. You do not have a serious face saying this. Like, let me make this bigger. There's no way that you was being serious.
Got poked in the eye.
Oh my God. You are not being serious. There's no way. Like, it's a skill set difference.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't speak on this. I'm gonna be like CJ. I ain't picking nobody. I ain't talking about it. I'm gonna let y'all take it. I'm good.
Like, I wasn't going for Tony. I text guys like, I'm going for Bobby. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I picked Bobby, whatever, because on the pod I didn't say it, but I was going for Bobby. But I definitely didn't want to see Tony go out like that. But it's like I rewatched the fight on live yesterday, and my people were just going back and forth, and we're like, his brain is telling his body to do something, and his body is just not responding how he wants him to move. He's a second too slow, right? Bobby's throwing those 1-2s and it's landing, and then he's moving out the way. He's not there no more, and he has to realize that shit, bro. You don't take the damage; it's not necessary. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I'm like, I tell my girl, I was like, look, fucking Aljo has a YouTube, O'Malley has a YouTube, all these people are doing all these YouTubes. I'm like, where's Tony shit at? Right? Stop this shit. You can make money other places, but he just refuses. He's stuck in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. Tony is like, we got to move on, bro. You got to move on. Stop it. The fans don't even want to see this shit no more.
I don't. It's heartbreaking. It's uncomfortable. It makes me actually sad watching it. Like, I'm getting no joy out of it. I'm literally watching side-eyeing, kind of just like, I want this to be over in a non-devastating way. I can't. I don't want to see Tony Ferguson in there anymore. And the problem is that if they were to cut him, he would go somewhere else. Somebody else, unfortunately, would hire him, and he would be fighting in another organization with younger up-and-comers who are just continuing to make their names off of him. Tony Ferguson is just the saddest story in the world to me, because 12-fight winning streak, never got the opportunity to unify the belts. Like, it's just horribly sad. And now he's on a 6-fight losing streak. And it's just...
Yeah.
And it was Bobby Green. Like, Bobby Green, like, now we can't say, like, oh, it's the cream of the crop that he was losing to. Bobby Green is no slouch, but he's not the cream of the crop.
Yeah. And Bobby Green, 36. It's not like Bobby Green is 26.
Yeah.
Bobby Green on the older side of things. Yeah. And like I said in our chat, I was live a couple days ago, and we're trying to find out somebody because this motherfucker ain't not gonna try to go away. We're like, who could he fight? Who could he fight? We're like, no, this guy's gonna beat his ass. This guy's too young. This guy's too fast. Whatever. We're like, maybe Clay Guida, but I'm like, yo, Clay Guida still got that dog in him.
Clay Guida's still in there getting it done.
Yeah.
You put him up against Jim Miller. Jim Miller out here knocking dudes
Jim
out
Miller
with one
ain't
punch.
no. Yeah, we said Jim Miller. We're like, hell no, Jim Miller's still looking good.
Don't put him in there with nobody. Just sit him down and say, listen, Tony, we care about you. We love you as an organization. Do you want to try this? Put him in another position somewhere within the company to where he feels that love and appreciation that he's been looking for, because it's not okay.
He's too stubborn for that.
I know.
And like you were saying, those guys, when you're like, if he do get cut, somebody's gonna get him and use him for his name. Yeah. Oh, we got former this Tony Ferguson, the Ultimate Fighter champion, the fucking interim champion in the UFC, to use his name to get clout for him to get beat up by younger, hungrier fighters.
Can we move on, please?
Yes. Listen, you guys, this is like top 5 favorite Jace fighter ever.
Yeah.
So this is tough. But speaking of, just top 5, the whole night.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. We was doubting your boy. I ain't gonna lie. I was doubting your boy. I was like, I don't know if Derrick got it in him anymore. This big
pause. Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo. Can't say that about Mr. Hey, he didn't took it a step further. He said his balls was hot and his dick head. I was like, Derrick.
Hey, yo, chill.
He told his wife, I'm about to get in them guts when I get home.
Yeah, your boy Derrick. Hey, go ahead and say it, CJ.
He a wild boy.
He's a wild boy.
Oh, boy.
A flying knee. Hit it.
Hey. Woo.
Terrifying.
Man.
It's absolutely terrifying.
Say that again.
That is the definition of a raging bull coming at you. Yeah. And shout out to the boy Marcos, who was just like, oh shit. And who was the ref of this fight?
I can't remember.
I'll pull it up in a second. Hold on.
Because whoever the ref is, I think Marcos owed him some money. Because like this nigga like just would not stop the fight. Like he ate like 18 more shots. He didn't have to. After that first initial knee, and he hit him with that one follow up, bruh. It was a wrap.
Dan Liotta.
And I fuck with Dan.
Oh yeah, because he was in there laughing at him when he was dancing and shit.
Yeah.
And I fuck with Dan. That was just so wild to me. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Boy.
Derrick looked good. He looked good at the weigh-ins. Slimmed up. And like Jay said, having that big motherfucking flying at you, 265 pounds of raw motherfucking grade A beef paws flying at you. Ooh. And that knee was athletic as fuck. It was not sloppy.
It was.
And he thought he was 155 pounds flying in there. Man, that shit is scary.
Then a celebration, I mean, in typical Derrick Lewis fashion, does it all, puts it on the line. This was his last fight in his contract. He let it know. He like, hey, either y'all taking me or I'm a free agent, baby. Let's go. I heard some people suggesting that maybe Derrick Lewis, if he doesn't re-sign with the UFC, he goes to the PFL and has an actual fight with Francis, because the last fight was not a fight.
Yep.
And I'm just like,
I'm about it.
I think that would be a good move for Derrick as far as like pay wise. He would get paid well. He could go over there to the PFL, potentially become a champion. You never know. But I think just based off the comments that Dana has made about Derrick, that he seems to really, really like him. Even when he was on his skid, Dana was like, and we like him again, and like we love him.
But like he's black, so.
But he's black.
Hey, that's the line of the year. That's the line of the year.
Black. So I mean, what racial tension?
But he's black. Next question.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I think they'll still keep Derrick around because,
he's fun. He's great on the mic, and he's always down to fight. Like he fights regular. He fights the most out of any other heavyweight I can think of.
Yeah, I feel like we see him all the time.
Every couple months.
If he stays this, Derrick, hey man, he might catch some more good wins if he stayed looking like this. And that shit was in Utah, so he knew he had to get that shit done early. Mm-hmm. He had to get that finish early. So shout out to the Black Bees.
Shout out to everybody who finishes early.
And we all been there.
Not me.
I don't
blame. That's fucked up. Hey.
Oh shit.
That's the perks I don't blame of plastic.
Myself. I don't.
But nigga. Line of the year. Go ahead.
Wait a second. What? What are we talking about on the pod, sister? Hey, yo.
No, but wait a minute. This guy is constantly saying all kind of wildness.
The perks of plastic. The fuck? Shit, yeah. The bed.
Silicone's better. Let's go. All right. Now let's go ahead.
See, we ain't worth nothing, fellas. We ain't worth nothing. They don't need us.
I blame the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Shout out to 7.
Oh man,
classic.
Y'all know what y'all came here for. Y'all came here for a good time. We are not analysts. We are not pretending to be. Now, before we talk about this fight, how did y'all score it?
I scored it 2-1. The Boogeyman.
Yeah, same.
So did I.
But it wasn't like I've been hearing he was like, oh, he clearly washed him, he clearly dominated. I was like, he won, but it wasn't all like that. It wasn't that crazy. I really, really enjoyed the fight. I liked the fight because it was a chess match. Because especially with Pereira, you never know. Like Jace always say, what he got that nuclear button or whatever the fuck they be saying. So I always get tense because he starts throwing. You never know if somebody's gonna go out. Jan had a great first round, great grappling, whatever. Second round, it was just a cool fight. It was cool. But also Pereira didn't really wow me. It was nothing to write home about going up to 205. It was a good win for him though.
It was a great. Sorry, go Sky.
I definitely gave it to Alex because aside from the first round with Jan getting that takedown and controlling it, like all his other takedowns, Jan got up in the second, and then that last one with 30 seconds left, there was no damage, and so I was very happy that they gave it to Alex because this goes back to the whole damage conversation. I think though. There was some times when your boy Alex was getting popped with some shots. Like, I was like, ooh.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of confused, and I don't want to get like super into it, but how do you give this fight to Pereira, but then don't give Jan over Aljo? Like damage versus control. Anyways, no here nor there.
Actually, no. Please, let me quickly explain it. We don't have to, but let me quickly explain it. The reason why is because the position is different. When somebody's in your guard on top of you, not landing damage, that's a control position. When somebody's on your back, not only is that control, but I'm threatening with a submission, and that is one of the. That's like one of the. I can't find the freaking words, but somebody on your back is a completely different threat, than somebody that's sitting down inside of your guard. That to answer your question. Aljamain Sterling rode his back for a whole round, just like Jan Blachowicz.
Hey, yo.
But just like Jan was on Alex for that whole first round, he did no damage. He barely threw a fucking punch. But because he's in that dominant position of his back where you are most threatening with the submissions, you give it to Jan. But Alex was getting tagged, and I don't know.
He was.
Somebody might put some heat on the end of that. And could get him out of there too.
And the thing, Jan was really the only. Well, they both gassed, but Jan was the only one that really gassed on the card. He was looking dead.
Yeah,
he was looking dead.
I think what happened was the beginning of the second, Pereira broke his nose and he just couldn't breathe out of his nose at that point.
Luke Rockhold's excuse.
Yeah, well, I mean, his nose was bloody as fuck as well. Because Jan, generally speaking, has really good conditioning.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He really does.
So
5
it's not like
rounds.
it's not like we're talking about Connor, who's like habitually known for gassing. You know what I mean? And a Derrick Lewis, just someone who just you just know that if they don't get it done within the first little bit, it's a wrap, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say it now. And new
against Yuri. You think Alex beats Yuri?
he knocks Yuri out.
I don't know how I feel about that just yet. I'm kind of leaning more towards Yuri only because he's kind of unconventional and like goofy, kind of like coming out with like I don't know, but I would like to see Alex win. Let me say that I would like to see Alex
Yeah.
win because in the grand scheme of everything, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights into your UFC career, you win the middleweight title, then you go up a division and win the
Crazy.
title
That's
again
fucking. It's
in a
set in
2-year period. He
stone
ain't even
right
been here
for
for 2
him.
years.
It's
It's
set
right
in
there.
stone right for him. It's
His,
crazy.
I mean, his next fight is for the title.
Facts.
Who he's
Yeah.
going to be facing, who knows? But there is zero doubt in my mind. His next fight is 100% for the title.
Yeah, let's do it. And then the main event, your boy, Dustin, Poirier. I mean, the battle of the Ustins. Justin got it done. Headshot dead. The exact same way that his hey, the internet is the UFC is low-key petty too. Them playing the headshots.
Yes. Back to back, side to side, I should say. Hey, Dustin is just dust now. He lost his Ustin. The motherfucker's just dust. It was a cool fight. I wish it was longer. I wish it was a longer fight. But hey, shout out to Gaethje. And I said I was going for Dustin. I'll never backtrack, but I had that fucking feeling like this might be the night he was gonna go out. I didn't want to see it that way, but goddamn, Gaethje, you did your thing, man. That was fucking nasty. That was nasty.
Yeah, 100%. And I like, so I was at B Dubs. Shout out to B Dubs here in the Midwest, because unlike West Coast, Best Coast, they don't have a cover charge here.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Like, I ain't never heard of a B Dubs, because in the West Coast, you coming up off a 20 spot at least to walk in the door. At least to walk in the door. So yeah, here it's free, and that's amazing. But the wind, like you could hear a pin drop in that motherfucker, bro. Like,
oh wow.
And after it was like, oh, and it was like, oh, like that was the way it felt. Yeah. But talking to people afterwards, and like the sentiment pretty much was just like, we just felt robbed, not about the outcome. Because as fans, we all win just seeing them fight, but just like, I just wanted more. Like, things were just starting to heat up. I just started like sweating, perspiring. Like, I was like, oh, this is great. Tony the Tiger voice, like, just didn't get it. Just didn't. But shout out to Gaethje. I don't want, nor do I think he should be fighting for the title next.
Hot take.
Let me ask you.
Because he wants
let me
Volk.
ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Out of October, whoever wins that fight, does that winner face Volk, or does that winner face Justin?
In my opinion, Justin. And I'm gonna stand on that because, like, regardless if it's Dubronx or if it's Islam, like, I think Justin's up next. There's nobody in front of him, and Volkanovski is a current champion at 145. He has a contender that's ready, who's not injured, who he can fight. He can fight your boy Ilya. Ilya's ready. He's not injured. They can run that fight in December. Yes.
Is he a contender? Because y'all said he's not a contender.
We said that we would like him to fight someone else, but Volkanovski said, do not fight Max Holloway. Quote, do not fight Max. I want him next. So Ilya is next. The champ called for him. It is what it is. And he's the only contender. So run it up. Let him get that fight in December, and then after that, he can fight for the 55 belt. But like, if there's a contender that's ready to fight, like, you can't just be like, yeah, I'm going to go back up to 155 and then 145 is still just going to be sitting here. Like, that don't make no sense.
What you got, CJ?
Well, say if Islam beats Charles, I just like 55 business being 55 business, you know. So I would rather Gaethje get his shot. I don't really like this jumping up and you don't fight nobody else in a division. You know, it's good on Volk to get those shots. And I know he wants to be a legend and stuff like that. But I also will be like, hey, 55 business be 55 business. Gaethje wants to get his shit back at Charles. He wants a shot at Islam. He at least deserves that shot if he can get there.
I'm a little like taken back by the pod right now because we've talked on this numerous times how we are tired of seeing Dustin and Justin
I know.
every other year fighting for the title.
That's true. That is
like
true.
Every other year, you know what I mean, fighting for the title. So no, I don't think he should get it. I don't think he necessarily deserves it. You know what I mean? He won his last 2 fights, you know. When does a 2-fight win streak?
See, but that's a 2-fight win streak in that division.
But
I hear
at
that.
The top, taking out the number 2
I hear
person.
that. But also when we're talking about Volkanovski, we're talking about, it's not like Volkanovski is like Islam, is like a John Jones who fights once every other year. You know, Volk is getting them the fuck out of there. He has cleaned out the division where he has. Well, listen, okay, there's always going to be another contender, right? Like that's just the way it's set up.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But he is clean. Like Ilya's ranked what, 7th or 8th?
He's ranked. I'll pull it up in a second. Keep going.
He's not top 5, so it's just like there's always going to be
he's number 5.
Okay, there's always going to be a quote unquote up and comer. You know what I mean? That's just the way the business is. But Volk deserves it because, in my opinion, and the opinions of the millions.
Oh my God.
And millions of MMA fans out there, they felt that he beat Islam. He went, he took care of business, you know, again, against the Mexican Karate Kid. And if he wants it, he gets it. And I think he wants it, so I think he should get it 100%.
No, why not defend your belt?
He just defended his belt.
Why do you get to cut in again? So we already cut you in so that you could fight the last time against Islam. Okay, cool. It was in your backyard, right? You had the home field advantage. We cut you in. We said, you know what? You deserve this. We gave you your opportunity. You did not win. Cool. You went back.
Most people feel like he won.
It's actually not.
But Jace, but it doesn't matter what most people feel. It's about what's true and what is facts. We don't give a fuck what most people say. 2 billion motherfuckers could say that shit. It's not facts though. He didn't win the fight. We can't play those semantics.
Judges get it wrong every single day.
They do, but hey, we can only go by how the score sheet says, bro. You know, at the end of the day.
And I hear that, but generally speaking, when we feel as fans that judges got it wrong, what do we want to do? We want to see him fight again.
Yeah, but why can't he
see him fight again?
First? Why can't he go through Ilya, right? Defend his crown where he's at. Let them fight. Let them get their fights in, and then go up, because then there won't be nobody at 145.
There'll be someone else
that has a claim.
There'll be someone else.
But listen, what'll end up happening is, so if we time this out, like what'll end up happening is, then you'll be put in a position to where Max has to fight Ilya. Right? Just as far as timing, because they fight in October. Ain't like Islam is not an active champion. He ain't going to be fighting in 2-3 months after that, right? It's going to be probably 4 or 5 months till he fights again. Right?
February.
So you want Ilya to Poirier to sit from last month all the way until what? A whole year? You want him to sit a whole fucking year to get a title shot?
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He can fight other people.
No.
He can fight other people.
But there's an active
I feel
champion.
like
Why should I have to wait?
I feel like we need receipts on you, Sky, because you said
I did say,
but you said if he gets through the Mexican Karate Kid, then he can fight for the title again at 55.
No, I did not.
Man,
I did not.
I need some receipts.
I was the one who was not clamoring at this whole him going back to 155. I'm not that crazy about that fight. I know y'all all loved it. Y'all was like, oh my God, that was fight of the year. It was so good. We need to see it again. I would like Justin to have the opportunity. Have I said I'm sick of Dustin and Justin doing it? Yes. But we knew going into the BMF fight that one of them was going to fight for the belt. We already knew that. We talked about this.
I didn't say that.
This was the number one.
I didn't agree with that.
Then
Says
you have
who?
Justin. Everybody, they're ranked number 2 and 3. Nobody's ahead of them.
2 and 3 with L's and L's.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. That's why Max is not getting a fight again.
They both. He is going to get the fight. Listen. These 155 folks, right? Justin is next. Period. Justin is going to be next. After that, Volkanovski can still come up because what's stopping Volk at 155? If Islam runs through Justin Gaethje, boom, make the fight. What's the problem then? Right? Why does it have to be? Why are you so forced on it needing to be right now? So with
your same logic, right? Why do I have to wait a year to watch Volkanovski fight for the title?
Well, he wouldn't. He'd fight for his title that he currently has at 145.
But for a 55 title, why do I have to wait a year to see him?
Because he has a division that he has to service.
No. And he has been servicing it. There's no disputing.
I didn't say that he didn't.
But there's always someone else. There's always somebody else.
There is always someone else. However, in this circumstance, it made more sense when he wanted to go up. So then they did the interim belt to kind of have some action and create a number one contender there. Right now, there is somebody. There's enough heat on there. People think, Ilya could possibly do it. Blah, 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 blah. Why should Ilya, who's perfectly healthy, have to wait a year to fight Volkanovski when he's currently 145 champ? Why can't 155 got people that want to fight too? They got Justin, they got Gamrot. Benil has now been knocked off. Like, why can't we keep these things? Why do they have to be, it has to be Volkanovski right now? Why can't you wait until International Fight Week or UFC 300 for Volkanovski to fight again? Why does it have to be his next fight?
All right, and that concludes the Sky Rant of the evening.
Hold on, Jace. But Jace, do you feel the same way if Charles wins? You want Volk to fight Charles, or would you want Gaethje to go and fight Charles?
I don't need Gaethje to fight Charles again. I've seen that. I don't need Gaethje to fight Charles again. I see how. But
we also seen Volk fight Islam.
Yes, we did, and for me and the millions and millions of fans out there agreed that Volk won. But again, it's neither here or there. Let's keep it pushing at this point. We're kind of just doing the circle. To answer your question directly, I don't care if it's Volk or Oliveira. If Volk, I don't care if it is Islam or Oliveira.
Charles.
Alex gets the fight whoever he wants to. Whoever comes out, I want to see him play Volkanovski. Settled.
All right, this weekend, we got Corey Sandhagen taking on Rob Font. Rob Font stepping in for Umar Nurmagomedov, who's injured or something's going on, maybe a visa issue.
Maybe VD.
Maybe.
That's crazy. That's gross. That's gross.
Hey, this weekend, Nate Diaz taking on Jake
Paul. Yeah.
Before we even talk about this, no. Before we even talk about this upcoming card, let's quickly hit on Terrence versus Spence. Your boy Terrence Crawford in there, sting like a butterfly, float like a bee. Let's go.
Damn. That's all I gotta say. Damn.
Was it everything that you expected it to be, Jace? Because I know that you were the main person on the pod who wanted it.
Okay, so I was at B-Dubs, and during the majority of the fight was a Pereira and Yan fight, and I was fixated on Crawford. You know what I mean? And granted that fight kind of helped me not have to watch it because there wasn't a lot going on, so I went back and like really, really watched the fight the next day. The buildup was great. Shout out to Errol Spence, who came out and did his damn thing in the first round. Oh, shit. Yes, it's exactly what I wanted it to be because you know what? At the end of the day, it might be petty to say this, but it's honesty. I like being right. I like being right. And I said Bud Crawford is going to beat the skin off that nigga. And he did. God damn.
Shout out to somebody that watches the pod on YouTube. I think their name on YouTube is Limited Time. He has like a future thing.
Yeah.
But like he's a real big boxing fan. So typically when there's something boxing going on, he'll typically comment like a pretty like good sized comment, like breaking stuff down. And his comment really made me be like, you know what? Okay, let me stop being closed minded. Let me like actively want to seek to find this fight out, because he was just breaking down different fighter styles. So then I went back and I watched All Access. I started watching the press conference and all of that stuff. And I couldn't stand Errol, Spence's trainer. I couldn't stand his family and friends in the corner yip yapping. And it was at that moment that I was like, I hope that T-Bud gets in this dude's ass. Pause.
Fast forward.
Fast forward.
Fast forward.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Your boy walked out.
Fuck a pause. Fast forward.
Hey.
Your boy walked out with Eminem. I was like, it's a wrap. Lose yourself? Mom spaghetti? It's a wrap.
I mean, and it just shows you, and it should show all the MMA people out there who think that they can box. Like, there's levels to this, nigga. There is levels to this. My man, like, just the straight put like your boy was Neo, right? Like Spence was right in his fucking face and hitting air, just dust and wind. Pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop. It's like when you fighting like, you like play fighting like a little like 6-year-old cousin, and you can just see every punch coming because they're like this.
And you're just like,
whoa.
That's exactly.
It was wild, man.
Yeah.
And today, Spence can talk about that. Oh, I want to run it back, nigga. Please, you do not want that. Listen, Deontay. Wilder. Stop it. You don't want this smoke.
I was watching the fight on my phone because I was watching the UFC fight and I wasn't paying full attention back and forth. So I rewatched the fight on yesterday. Man, it was a great fight. Crawl was looking crazy. Spence didn't have nothing for him. I want to say he looked slow, but he didn't have no pop with him. Crawl was walking through all his punches and tearing his ass up with big shots. Pause. Fucking fast forward because the way Crawl was fighting, Spence was like, push the fast forward button and get me the fuck out of here. The skill level was fucking amazing. That was a casual fighter's dream for a fight. I'm a casual boxing fan right now. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I threw my gloves in the ring a long time ago, but that was a fun ass fight to watch because it was two high level skill guys, and Crawl just went in there and big bodied him. He big broed him. He was like, "You can't hurt me. You can't touch me. I will walk through your punches, and you can't handle none of my punches, my guy. You can't
see
take
the man's
these."
face after?
He looked like Martin. He looked like Martin off of Gina, bro.
Yo, but I
He
mean,
he looked like fucking Hitch.
Yeah.
Crawford looked like he had just went for a run. Mans didn't look like he got popped at all. Shout out to them. Shout out to boxing. That was pretty big. I actually enjoyed. Pause. I actually enjoyed it. Because I last week I was saying, oh, you gonna watch slow ass boxing, blah blah blah. But that fight in particular was not slow, and your boy T-Bud was just putting him on him. He was just outsmarting him and everything.
Hey, Jace, do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you feel like he looked like Tommy Hearns in there? Not like his fighting style, but the way he looked. To me, when I was rewatching, I'm like, he looked like Tommy Hearns, like the old ass man haircut. He had like the 1980s haircut. Just like his body physique. I was like, he looked like Tommy Hearns right now.
Just busting his ass wide open. Fast forward.
Oh, yep. Fast forward.
In the house.
Listen. This is the first time in my life I've heard fast forward, and I gotta use it now.
Hey, when it's like that, we can't pause that because he fucked him up. Fast forward on that button. God damn. Hey, yo, that tongue is crazy, bro.
They know.
Listen, y'all, I don't know. This is off topic, but I don't know if y'all ever go back and watch. Some of y'all might not want to, but go back and watch HBO's show, The Oz. OZ. It's about prison. Your boy Adebisi is a
Adebisi.
wild boy. Now,
Wild
he's the
boy.
original wild boy.
Adebisi. My man.
Hey,
Shout out to Adebisi.
that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like,
Most underrated show of all time is Oz.
Phenomenal from start to finish. And right after that, The Wire. Let's go. The Wire is stupid.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Omar's coming. Omar's
Hey,
coming.
R.I.P.
Michael.
Facts,
All right,
facts.
y'all. This weekend we got Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Who y'all got?
Jake Paul. Easy.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
I don't want to say that, but you know, young, you know, athletic, big guy. Yeah, pause.
Nate's too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and that's what I'm sick of. Like I don't want to see this. Okay, so
I'm gonna watch.
I am gonna watch. Assuming Nate loses, I guess this is kind of a stupid question. Does that hurt him coming back into the UFC fighting against McGregor for the third time?
Nate's supposed to lose every fight. It doesn't matter. like Nate loses every fight, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
We really don't care. We really don't care.
So it's like, so why do you know what I mean? Like, why do we have this energy toward Nate and not toward Tony? Of like, they're gonna catch an L.
You know why? You know why?
It don't look the same.
It don't look the same.
I don't know, man. Your boy Nate was catching a beating against George.
Yeah.
Now George he was losing that fight.
No. He wasn't losing. He was getting beat.
You know what it be with Tony? Tony starts shaking his head like he a senior citizen and shit.
Yeah,
like
even when Leon
don't call him Biden.
Nate,
don't call him Sleepy Biden.
No,
hey, you remember the dude, the Mitch McConnell guy? Yeah. He was doing a speech and he just paused.
Yeah,
that's what Tony be looking out. Mitch McConnell hit the real life pause, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
shout out to Mitch McConnell being the worst human on earth.
No, yeah, I'm like, fuck him. He's
the worst human on earth.
He's trash. Like, and I hate when people be fake on the internet talking about, but even though I don't like Mitch McConnell, I would never wish that on nobody. I don't like, stop trying to be fake and act all fucking humble and all this weird stuff on the internet. Like, F these people. Some of these people are trash human beings.
I ain't gonna wish nothing on nobody, but just like I did with George Bush Sr., when he passes, I'm gonna have a cold one.
Hey, put it in the air. Stone Cold that mother. Hey, Stone Cold that bitch. Hey, don't do that. Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that.
Yeah, listen, all I'm gonna say about this really quick. Jace and I go out to a bar with one of his coworkers. She starts off just like super reserved, sweet girl, you would never think. 2 hours later, she's double fisting beers and
long neck beer bottles,
gyrating it in her mouth. You can't make this up. Gyrating it in her mouth. Beer going everywhere, men are circled around her, and she's just, I don't want to do it, but it's wild. And Jason and I just look at each other like,
who this nigga?
Are you
this nigga? Scroll.
Like,
it's a scroll.
Miss Heist Diddy then turned into
it's a scroll.
It was wild, y'all.
It is one of the most significant. It's probably the most significant memory me and Sky's ever had being out together.
It was wild.
That or me like big brothering the fuck out of her on her 21st birthday when she came to Vegas. One or the other. Anyways, back to the pod. Back to the pod.
Back to reality.
So let's talk about it. I think SANDHAGEN gets it done. I think SANDHAGEN makes it look easy. Other than that, I really could give a flying fuck about this card. I'm probably not gonna watch it besides the main event. Shout out to anyone who is in Des Moines, Iowa. Your boy will be there this Saturday. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know where to slide. I'm coming out there. Hey,
damn, Iowa is crazy.
Right.
I'm going out there for a show.
Real South Africans in the building.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Personally, I'm excited to see Jessica Andrade, Tatiana
Yeah.
Suarez getting the other fight in. I think we all fully expect Tatiana to go out there and dominate.
It's a good card. There's some good fights on the
Dustin
card.
Jacoby and Kennedy. I'm not gonna do his last name like that.
Nope.
Pronounced Bob.
Bob.
It's pronounced Bob.
Diego Lopez. That's what I'm talking about. He was on that New York card where he almost got Imanov out of there. Like, I just rewatched that fight. Go back and watch that fight. That was one of the most exciting fights, like up into the last minute. Ignacio
Barramundes.
This boy striking is nice. I enjoy him. Billy Q's on the
card.
Hold
on, is Barramundes? Is that the one that knocked out Rowe?
Yes, he's the one that spinning head kick. Right before that, Spartan kicked that man. Like, get off of me! Like,
headshot dead.
Headshot dead. Your boy Billy Q's in the building taking on inbred Damien Jackson. And you can't tell me his head don't look like an inbred.
Yo, chill.
I'm just saying, Kyler Phillips taking on Barcelos. Like, this is gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, it's a solid card.
Yeah, it's a solid card. Your boy Sean Woodson has the strangest freaking body. Like, but
he be scrapping though. He be scrapping.
He really do. Jake Hadley.
Wait, for Sean, look at his picture. Why he got the reversed Beetlejuice? His head looks so much bigger than his body.
Hey,
strange.
When you see his full body, like, it's wild. Like, it probably won't look like it if I click.
Jace, you know who he looked like? Who's that dude that used to play for Detroit? He used to play hella defense back in the days.
I know exactly who you talking about. The Pistons.
Yeah.
Tayshaun Prince.
Boom, there you go. Yes, he looked just like Tayshaun Prince.
Shout out to Tayshaun Prince, the first one to like run someone down and slap their shit off the glass.
Yeah.
Hey, Tayshaun was a wild boy. Hey, my boy Ode Osborne.
Yes.
On a Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough fight. Anytime you gotta fight a stand.
That's fucked up because he on the first fights too, ain't he?
Yeah.
They about to get washed.
Hey, chill, man.
Hey, we're not doing that. I hope you win. Just so
you can hope. But
hey, they gonna get it done. Watch.
Yeah.
And
he probably will be on a pause sooner or later.
Right. Listen,
probably later after this fight.
What? I ain't even talking to you no more. I'm sick of you.
Oh shit!
But
we're having too much fun on the pod today. I'm just
really tripping. Hey, 291 was fire. That's why, bro.
Too much.
Like I say all the time, like, we are not sports analysts. We're not experts. We're not here with and this percentage. We're here to have a good time. We're just a group of people who love MMA, who want to sit on here and talk shit and have a good time. Like, that's what y'all need to be coming here for. If y'all coming here for anything outside of that, you're gonna be disappointed.
Come for my picks.
Don't do that. Also, one last quick little
that
thing.
Nigga have you shaving your head
in real life, since he don't want to do it. This weekend, so not only do we have Nate versus Jake, we have the UFC, and wouldn't you know, PFL does have a card. Bubba Jenkins.
Hell no! That's where you going? I thought you was about to say ONE FC. You threw me off. Hey, I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on, real fast as well. Shout out to the Bellator, man. Fucking upset.
Man, that card was big mid.
What happened on Bellator?
Patricio got KO'd.
Oh, that's what I was. But I haven't seen the clip of it because they did it after the main card.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either. T-Ball Paul seen it. I seen his brother win. So I text Sky, I was like, what the fuck you talking about? I just seen him win. She was like, no, it was on the after broadcast or some shit. I haven't seen him lose yet.
Yeah, I do want to know what happened there. But I mean, he is coming off like a month or so after getting beat up by Sergio.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But yeah, so this will be on Friday, so it won't be competing with anything. So if y'all just so happen to, want to check out PFL, it's on.
It's competing with ONE FC. I'm gonna be watching ONE FC
at night though. ONE FC is on at night. Who's on one?
It's one in the morning and one at night. Mikey Mushimishi's and Tyra Tolo's grappling. And there's a
like
couple other. Yeah, they cool as fuck.
that.
Oh man.
Hey, I know we are running on time here, but before we go, I gotta ask the question that sparked the MMA community. How do we feel about your boy Wonderboy yielding and saying, "Nah, dog"? Shout out to Randy Jackson. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. How y'all feel about it?
We stand with Wonderboy.
Me too. I'm cool with it. He did his job. He came in, he made the proper weight. The other guy doesn't do his job. You're contracted to be on this weight. And it wasn't like a half a pound, bro. It was off by 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then if Wonderboy goes in there and gets slept because he didn't deplete himself all the way down and he still has water weight and all of this, and he's going to balloon up after that, cut your loss. It's okay. But also, how Sky, I've been hearing he didn't get paid, or how's that go? That to me, I feel like that's a little fucked up.
He was on Errol's show and he said he still has not got paid.
Yeah.
Making UFC look not good, dog. Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there talking about he's waiting for Dana to get back in order for him to see whether or not they pay him. Hopefully they do pay him, because we've seen people get paid for less, right?
Yeah.
We've seen people get paid, so
and probably like the best human in MMA, at least on paper, right? We just see like always smiling, nothing bad to say about anybody, super disrespectful dude, to take care of those who've taken care of you, on some real ass shit.
Yeah, I hope that he does at least get paid. I saw Chael Sonnen, Chael be saying whatever, he be making up shit. I think Chael mentioned something like they offered him like $30K or something like that, but we don't know that to be true. But yeah,
give your man at least his show money.
Yes,
because he did everything and if he don't get paid, if I was him, I'd sue the fuck out of the UFC. I did everything I was supposed to do, including let me cross these T's and dot these I. Let me step on the scale. Hey, I showed up.
Yep.
Ready to fight. Win bonus? No, I don't think he gets that. I don't think he deserves that. You know what I mean? Even though, I fuck with Wonderboy, but yeah, he got to get his show money at least, bro. At least.
Yeah. And I think also one thing that I don't remember who I heard talking about, maybe it was Chael or maybe it was Wonderboy, but like they need to get that in black and white, it worked into their contract. About like, hey, if I come out here and I make weight and my opponent does not come through, I get X amount of money regardless, off top. Like, and that's with every organization apparently. None of them have that type of language inside of their contracts and stuff. So,
I think it should be his show money and a percentage of the other guy's show money, because you're contracted at 170, you show up and you're off. Not my fault, bro. I did my job. I'm here to work, and you're cutting into my paycheck, bro.
Yeah.
And even on the interview with Ariel, like you can tell, like Stephen was in his feelings about it.
He was a little spicy. You right,
but still being nice. He's like, like, man, I did my job. I agreed to this, and I just feel like a little slighted, and it was cool, like to see him, being so passionate about it.
Yeah,
it was like, I swore to myself after Till, I would never let that happen. And shout out, because I still think he beat Till. I think Till got that home cooking. But yeah, shout out to Stephen. I stand with you. We on a pod. We all in solidarity with you, my brother. And hopefully, the UFC will. I'm pretty sure the UFC will do the right thing in this situation, bro. It's bad PR. At the end of the day, like 100,000 or even like let's say 500,000 that he would get paid, it's better for him to do that than have $500,000 worth of bad PR. Yeah.
Especially with him specifically,
his
personality, what he stands on, how
All
he's
American
favorite.
Yeah.
All American.
We'd love to see it. But with that being said, real quick before we go, because this pod will already be out next Tuesday, Dana White's Contender Series. Jace, this is the season that you're going to watch. You're going to start watching every week, every Tuesday night. Dana White Contender Series. I'm telling y'all, that's where it's at. there's so much violence on that show, and you get to see the up and comers, and it's quick. They do like a minute little. Here's this person. Here's their family. Blah blah blah. Walk them out. It's quiet as hell, and they get straight to the violence. Next Tuesday.
To watch, if y'all ever get the chance to watch Dana White Contender Series, me and Sky went a couple of times. It's
Live
a whole different like feeling because it's usually dead quiet during the fight, so you hear all the when they throw their punches, you hear them and you're just like damn, like it's so much more real. It's like a real ass street fight almost. You've been in a bar and all of a sudden you hear that unmistakable sound of skin on skin, blue light, pop.
Skin on skin is crazy.
Shout out.
Yeah, make sure y'all check that out next week. We will be back next Wednesday as usual. But for now, we are out of here.